And there goes all my hope. I'm pretty sure that's the end of Detlaff. Ah, that sucks. Somehow I have the feeling there isn't really a way to keep him alive after the blood crazy went on. Sorta sucks. I really sorta understood him before he went apeshit bananas and destroyed or tried to destroy all of Beauclair. But then again, neither him nor the Duchess were reasonable at that point. Funnily enough, the only one who was reasonable was Sienna, who is now still alive?
My,
I'm guessing?
it's a smashing ensemble.
You wear it well. Shut up. I look like a twit.
Yeah, you do.
Kaftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices.
Doesn't exactly look like
one must
Kaftan.
have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Well, I wouldn't actually say that. Some people do have no manners at all, and if they wear a good suit, it covers it up mostly. Also, if they don't open their mouth too much. But well, he's just used to wearing something
Usually
else.
wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though.
You don't?
Just
I don't like
exactly
it.
feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
That's something we have in common.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still.
Sure.
All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Does it? I kinda... I mean, he just had to kill a very good friend of his, or at least he killed a very good friend of his not too long ago. So I wouldn't be in the mood for all this pomp and circumstance either, which is actually interesting, because Regis is here. Is he getting the medal as well? I doubt he wants that.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refused to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot.
I believe.
Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Yep, I
Why
wouldn't
not?
either.
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience.
Count on it.
Yeah, I'd rather, you know, bolt right now. I don't feel too good about having to kill Detlaff.
Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues, just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Sienna planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Sienna's in the palace.
Oh, she is.
Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin.
Please.
He was the one to pass the victims' names to Detlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
Yes, I totally want to. I want to know what the hell's going on.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I've observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters. What's the connection?
When the boot black arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue loosening, but ultimately he spoke.
He admitted he'd handed Detlaff the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
So far, so good. No point in investigating any further. Not bad as ideas go. Talking to the boot bug. Let's meet there. You're right. Need to talk to the boot black. Let's go. Now.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due.
Which would be?
Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Well, wouldn't be the
Promise
worst
to be
thing to
careful.
happen. I can't leave it like that. I gotta know what the hell's going on.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Of course we do.
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
Those shoes are A, totally clean, and B, horrendously ridiculous. Jesus.
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Well, we have done that, so...
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Okay.
Why didn't you tell us this before, when we first talked?
You didn't ask about beggars now, did you?
Nope. You got me there.
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard.
Okay. Remember what they looked like, where the beggars get the letters from. Remember what they looked like?
Remember what they looked like?
Of course. I've a mind like a steel trap, as I said. They were ragged, unshaved. Their clothes were tattered. As to their boots, well, I mentioned that already.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that boot shine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble.
Somehow I have the feeling that Regis's eyes
must
are
visit
even
the shelter.
worse off now
Look
than they
around
were
inside.
before.
The Duchess summoned him.
Loot? Loot what?
Wonder what for?
Price list. A price list. Leather boots polished in 20 crowns. Leather boots polished without shine. Not recommended. 15 single leather boots with shine. What? Oh, right. I see. 12 crowns. Cleaning knights, girdles, and other leather accessories. If boots are clean as well. 20 crowns. Special offer metal cleaning. Set of plate armor. Oh, wow. He does that too. Bassinet. If you have something to be cleaned that is not on the price list, they can clean it. Price is subject to agreement. Of course it is.
You've to move your little camp elsewhere, got it? Is it? You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
Well, I wouldn't call you decent if you act like this.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Oh, how very current in terms of situational appliance.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves?
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Right. Is there gonna be some fisticuffs involved? Yep. Oh, balls.
Not a witcher.
Oh, come on, that's not fair. How's that fair? Oh, look at this. Oh, shit, boy. I don't agree with this, like, whatsoever at all. Oh, shit me. What? That wasn't fair. On such a small turf. Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit.
Are you well, my friend?
No.
What happened?
Well, I saw your opponents gain the upper hand, so I took the liberty of jumping in. They shan't bother us anymore. We can now have a calm conversation with the proprietor.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
How very nice of you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Mm-hmm.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the bootblack in Rue de Garl.
The bootblack. A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
What? All of them?
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
Do do do. Do 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 do.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve this soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold. And we wouldn't want that, would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the bootblack. I know this.
Well, you're only 3, though.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We were all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the bootblack. And Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
Right.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
2 days later... 2 days after the Feast of... Well, I don't even know what that means.
It's a matter of importance to the duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it
Could have
from
said
you.
that nicer.
Plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the bootblack anyways. It's always muddy there.
Oh, very nice. The 5th victim. Dun dun dun.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well, well. I must say, even I did not expect this.
Sister.
This time you will see to our Duchessa. It seems we underestimated Siana rather grossly.
See, I called it.
Judging by this, Detlaff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Wow.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Why? Because ripping her heart out while she's still alive, and what? So don't ask me why.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Problem is, what do we do with that information? Told you that she's not a nice person in the least.
Duchess was to be Detlaff's last victim. Siana planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Siana, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Siana murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Second one.
Yes, yes, and yes.
What? No.
All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
I'd love to do that.
Actually, love to learn her motives.
Praiseworthy, I suppose. Sometimes one should stare evil in the face.
Seems a bit strong, no?
She used my friend as her tool for killing. I believe I've every right to condemn her, but I support your lust for the truth. Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Siana locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her.
We can do that, right? Right, and you're coming with me. 'Cause you can be quite handy, my friend.
Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Detlaff and his minions rampage.
Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Sienna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence.
She treated Detlaff cruelly.
Caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Yeah, I can understand that very well. Sorry about asking. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it's all her fault in the end, really. Her fault, and I partly blame the Duchess as well. Because of her non-compliance, most of the... Well, yeah, I'd say because of her, pretty much every citizen that died to a vampire attack is on her head. Because she wouldn't give up her sister. So far, that's about as easy as it gets for me. I mean, if you have complaints, feel free to mention them in the comment section. Maybe you'll have a point of view that'll convince me otherwise, but so far, Sienna's still alive, and I kind of have to say I'm not hugely happy about that. So she sort of wouldn't deserve to get ripped to shreds by Detlaff. As horrible as that sounds. Cause what's she gonna be in the end? They're telling me she's probably gonna get pardoned in the end, isn't she? She's actually fucking gonna get pardoned in the end, isn't she? After killing so many people, trying to kill her own sister, being responsible for the death of a guy who could have been quite nice and a powerful ally as well. And it certainly hasn't helped between Geralt's and Regis's friendship, although I don't think it has done too much harm as well. Because apparently Regis is very reasonable, like ridiculously reasonable. I wonder how long he's trained himself to be so obnoxiously reasonable. In the face of, well, evil, practically. I'd lost my composure several times over if that was me. And I'll tell you that, like, with no remorse, I haven't done anything. I'll tell you that without feeling bad about it. I don't think I'd be a good enough person to not want to rip it to shreds and actually go after it. After this whole bullshit, you know, being Regis and all. Considering that the only one that could possibly stop him is Geralt, and even that, not really. He could sort of delay him, maybe even indefinitely, but stop? Nope. No way he could stop him. Oh, hello.
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Well, I shouldn't go with the first one.
Want to talk to her. It's important.
Want to talk? Go see your gran at tea time. Not one locked up on the Duchess's orders. No doing without special permission. Period.
Found some information important to her case. Need an explanation, urgently.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
Okay, right. So that's one thing. I would have personally gone for the whole "these are not the droids you're looking for" ability from Geralt. That would have left me in quite easily, and I could have talked to her as long as I wanted.
The Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
A momentary
As long
break?
as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.